So all of the information that we're sharing tonight will be shared with you when we send out our update on the 20th of the month. And we're going to send updates out every other week, every 2 weeks. And I'm so glad to see everyone. And this is like, some of you guys, it's like coming to homecoming because I know you so well. It's so fun. And so you guys, a lot of you know that this is an opportunity of a lifetime to be able to go to the USA Games. And I'm so excited for you all to be together as a team. You guys are just all a little bit special to me. And for the ones that I've known for a long time and those that I'm getting to know this year, you guys have a great swim team. I'm really excited for you guys. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. So we have 2 goals tonight. So we want to create a relationship between the coaches and the families. And then we want to provide the families with information on how to get registered for going to the games. And if you have any questions, just raise your hand. We might put it off to the side until we come up to that subject in our agenda tonight. So New Hampshire has a mandatory vaccination policy. And you guys know that, and you guys are familiar with New Hampshire's Special Olympics protocols. Sorry to hear that the numbers have gone up a little bit, but hopefully in January and February, they'll be coming back down and hopefully you'll be able to get together. In the meantime, I know that Sally and Tim will have a plan for you, and we'll have some Zoom meetings with you all so you guys can get together and talk about some fitness stuff. If you have any questions coming up going into the future that's related to swimming, you want to talk to Tim or Sally. If you have any questions about traveling to Florida, you're going to talk to Joanne. Joanne just popped in. She is our family coordinator. And if you have any fitness questions when we talk about the fitness app, and after that, you're going to talk to Shelby. And Karen and I, if the coaches don't know any answers, then they're going to come to us and we'll get your questions answered for you. So let's take about 30 seconds apiece and we'll start with families and start with some quick introductions. So Amanda, let's start with you.
Okay. I'm Amanda, and that's my mom, Sue.
All right. How about Chris? You want to introduce you and your parents?
I am Chris Penrith, and this is Mary and Joe.
Hi, Mary and Joe.
Hi.
Hey, Mary. Hey, Joe.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Isaac. You want to introduce you and your mom and your dads?
Oh, who are you talking to?
Isaac.
Isaac. Introduce yourself and then us, will you?
Go ahead.
What's your name, Isaac?
Isaac Hardigan.
And who am I? Who am I?
My mom.
No, do I have a name? Dodie, come on, introduce us. Don't be so shy. This is your swim team.
Yeah, you know me, Isaac.
You know all these
They're going
guys.
to be your
really well,
fans.
guys
We got to know your fans, Isaac.
Yeah, he's camera shy. Go on,
I
Isaac.
think so.
You introduce us.
Rick's funny all the time.
Yeah, Rick is funny all the time. Step down there.
Rick and Dodie.
Rick and Dodie.
Yeah, and Dodie, Isaac's mom.
All right.
Hi, Sarah. Oh, it looks like their picture froze on my, on mine.
Yeah, looks like
Hi.
Sarah, do you want to introduce your mom?
Hello. Yeah, yes.
The right answer.
I'm Sarah, and this is my mother, Patricia.
Good job.
Good job. Hey, Eric, you want to introduce
Hey.
you and your mom?
Sure, that's my mom, my cat Tucker.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Hi.
Introduce me as cat too. You can tell him my name.
Yeah, my mom, Beth.
Beth, yep.
Dad's away, sorry.
Okay. Hey, Lily, you want to introduce yourself and your mom and dad?
My name is Lily. With me, Alice and John.
Hi.
Hi. And looks like Mariah is coming on.
Hey, Mariah.
You know them, right?
This is Blue, our cat.
Why do cats love computers so much, don't they? Anytime a computer's on, our cat wants to be here. Yeah. Cats love them, right?
Mariah, can you hear us? I can't, can you hear her, Shelby?
I hear something very faint.
Yeah. All right, we'll come back to you, Mariah. All right. Joanne, you want to introduce yourself?
Cat. There.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Joanne Curry, and I'm currently a special ed teacher at Alvin High School. And I have been doing Unified there for 15 years, but not on the sports side of it, more on the leadership and the social engagement and all school engagement and all kinds of really fun stuff. And I'm going to be the parent coordinator to help you guys navigate getting down there, what to do down there, how to access everything you need to access.
Great, thanks, Joanne.
Yeah.
Karen, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Karen Turgeon. I am a special ed teacher at Berlin High School. This is the fourth time doing USA Games. I've done 3 USA and 1 World Games. And 3 of them, I was head of delegation. And I also coach unified basketball in Berlin.
Shelby, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Shelby. I'm the new field services manager with SONH, and I'm super excited to be here. I'm going to be helping out with some of the fitness stuff, and I'll talk to that in just a minute. But you probably recognize my name for all the emails that I send.
Yeah.
And respond to really quickly, even on
Yes.
Thank you.
I sent her
try.
on Saturday figuring I'll hear from her on Monday, and like 5 minutes later, there's a response.
Yeah.
And most of you know me, I'm Del Bucher, and I've been doing Special Olympics for about 20 years, coaching games management, and this is my 4th time going to USA Games. And I can't wait. This is going to be the super fun one, the best one of them all. Mary, you want to introduce yourself? Then I'll go to the coaches.
I'm Mary, and I am helping to support the team going to Florida. So I'm looking forward to watching you guys represent the Granite State.
All right, now we're on to Tim. Tim, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Tim Hernan. I work for the city of Claremont. I've been involved with Special Olympics in Ohio and here in New Hampshire. I think in 2006 or 7, Beth and I kind of approached one another and said, hey, how come we're not doing swimming? And lo and behold, we started the Cool Cats in Claremont. So with Patricia's help as well, those two folks did a wonderful job, and I'm happy to support them, and I'm looking forward to coaching you guys.
Great. Sally?
I'm Sally Gallagher. I am coach. I'm also a parent because my son Alex, as I noted before, who's at work, is also going to the games. I know a lot about swimming. I've been an assistant aquatic director, a teacher, a coach of high school, of Y teams, age group teams. I don't know a lot about Special Olympics though. I've only been a coach for a few years up here in New Hampshire with the Dover Mighty Seals. So I'm taking leads from some of you more experienced people on the whole how things work at the USA Games and how we put things together. And I'm hoping to meet Tim in person pretty soon, maybe immediately after the holidays. It's a little bit of a busy time right now. We can talk a little bit about the possibility of swimming in Claremont, and we'll get to that in a bit. But so that's me. I'm in Dover, New Hampshire, so I'm on the other side of the state.
Sally, do you want to go ahead and talk about your expectations of the team and practices?
Yes. So, well, we don't know exactly how practices are going to work. I think Tim has been working with Claremont to see if there can be any pool time. And I wanted to sort of, while we were on this call, if people know now, that's fine, or we can pull them. I don't know how many people are within a reasonable driving distance of Claremont if he finds some time. So until we can be together, it would have to be, you would be doing it on your own. I am happy to maybe make a drive over there unofficially and just kind of watch people. If that would be good for somebody. So it's really difficult to talk about practices right now. Hopefully we'll get back to January. And then I think we were going to at least have once a month. And if it goes on longer, maybe every other week, we'll figure out a way to have practice. So I don't know exactly how all that's going to work yet. In the meantime, I think we found that everybody can get access to a pool. So I guess, I don't know if it's an expectation, but it's a desire that I'd love if everybody could get in at least once a week for at least half an hour. If you can get in more often and for a longer time period, that would be awesome. I can, once I understand what your current sort of fitness level is and where you are, I can help devise some workouts for you to do. It's a little hard to do that generically across all 8 people because everybody is at a different spot. For some people, 25s is a struggle. For other people, 200s is nothing. So I need to know a little bit more about each swimmer, but I'm happy to work with Tim and to work with the swimmers to develop a plan that is sort of individualized until we can all be together. I know I talked about my philosophy. My philosophy is that swimming should be fun. I am a lifelong swimmer. According to my mom, I swam before I walked. I'm a master swimmer. I compete regularly. I do triathlons as well, but so I'm a big believer in cross training. So if you have something else you can be doing when you're not in the pool, whether it's walking, running, riding a bike indoors, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, whatever it is you do to stay fit, I'm a big believer in cross training. We do need to get in the pool, obviously. And when you see me, my philosophy on swimming and coaching is that I will always find something that you're doing right. And I will probably always find something that you could improve on. And I will let you know those things and in that order. And I try to find, one area of focus so that, people aren't overwhelmed and then sort of work on that incrementally. I think the basics are the most important thing. So I may, break down a stroke if I see something. And so far, Alex is my experiment and it's working really well. I've changed his entire stroke. And I could show you videos of before and after. It's pretty dramatic. So like I said, I always find something you're doing right. And I might also find something to work on. Might be really something minor, but just something to be thinking about when you're swimming. So that is I think that was it for right now. Again, I will try to develop I know people have been asking about exercises. It's hard because swimming is a very specific thing to be done in the pool, but there are some things we can do outside the pool, and then the cardio, anything you can do to get your endurance built up. But I'd like to also hear Tim's philosophy in case it's different than mine, since we really haven't talked. I don't want to have competing philosophies. So that's sort of where I come from my coaching style.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to argue with your philosophy, Sally. It's, you know, you've got to accentuate the positive of what you see, and you've got to find the little things, whether they're, you know, large things or small things that make the stroke better and the times faster. And, you know, and work with everybody's ability. I do, you know, I work for the city of Claremont. We have our own pool, which actually we've signed up several swimmers to do a regular basis there. But I also work at the Colby Sawyer College, and it's tentatively, but there's a potential for some space there that's less of a drive for folks that live in the southern part of the state. So, and I'm happy to meet folks there and work one-on-one if we need to do that.
And my grandparents are buried in New London, so I'm happy to drive to
Yeah.
Colby Sawyer. He was, my grandfather was one of the founders of the Gordon Research Conferences there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Great. Hey, before we go to Shelby, Mariah, do you want to introduce, now that we can see you and can you hear us okay now? Do you want to introduce yourself and introduce your parents? She was on, I can see her face.
See her.
Wait, you're on mute, Shelby.
She's not on
Every
mute.
single time.
This is a nightly thing, you guys. It's no big deal.
Oh, Mary's on.
Mariah did message me through the chat saying her connection isn't very strong. So if
Okay.
we can't hear her, that's why.
Can she
Okay.
hear us?
Unclear.
Okay.
Okay. She just blanked out again. Okay. All right, Shelby, it's on to you.
All right.
Now?
So we have 2 opportunities for you to continue training the next couple months leading up to June, especially as we're not able to gather in person. So if you're familiar with the challenges that we've done already, we've done that Granite State Restart, Hope Challenge 1 and Hope Challenge 2. We are just about to launch our next challenge called Fueling Engines. So keep an eye out. We'll be sending some more information to everyone very soon, but it'll be an opportunity to track the activity that you're doing, any training that you're engaging in at home. There'll be a Zoom fitness class most likely. So a lot of opportunities to both continue training, track your points, and earn some prizes. So that'll be really exciting. And we are hoping that everyone on Team New Hampshire participates in that. And Special Olympics International is offering us the opportunity to participate in the So Fit Now Challenge. If that's familiar, you probably received an email sign up or create an account recently. So through SOY, it's the challenge running from January 10th through May 29th. The goal is to get everyone to do 1 million steps. So it'll be an opportunity again to track points, and you can count your points towards both Fueling Engines and the So Fit Now Challenge. So kind of a double whammy with incentives there. We will send out some more information on both challenges very soon, but are there any questions right off the bat?
Nope.
Do you wanna
All right.
talk devices?
Yes. So what we may have an opportunity for getting some devices for those that don't have them. So can you, if you do have a phone, a smartphone or a smartwatch, can you give me a thumbs up? And if you do not have a smartphone or a smartwatch, give me a thumbs down.
Thank you. Yeah.
Put your thumb up.
All right, I see a lot of thumbs up. Okay, Chris Panarese, I see a thumbs down. I think that's it.
And this is for Alex.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You wait until she's
All
ready.
right, perfect. I will make a note of that and follow back up with you, Chris, okay?
Yep, thank you.
All right, that's all I've got. If there's no other questions about the training piece.
I have a question.
Yes, absolutely.
I talked to Mary the other day. Chris does not right now have access to a pool. And she talked to Chelsea, I think she talked to her or sent her an email asking if there was a chance that we might use a membership that they have at the YMCA here in Manchester. She thought they had 5 passes, and we haven't heard back as to whether that's something that might happen or not. Do you know anything about that?
Mary, you're on mute.
All that.
Shelby appreciates doing this like 5 times a day.
How do I do this?
I do the same thing.
Hey there, we have them, Chelsea's trying to locate them.
I'm not.
She's trying to locate them?
Yeah, she's just gotta, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, is there any other questions for right now?
You do have any difficulty setting up your account for SoFit now, please contact me. It does work better to set up the account on a computer rather than a tablet or a phone. But please let me know if you have any issues and I'm happy to walk you through it.
Shelby, you're going to send out an email that has some information on the SoFit challenge?
Mary's gonna include some information in the next update email.
Yeah, great. Okay.
And then
if there's a link for that too, because Alex's emails for some reason get deleted and I don't think I got one.
Okay.
Excuse me, he mentioned it, but I don't know that he did anything with it. So I don't know if there's an additional link to sign up that can go with that informational email.
Perfect.
And if you didn't see it in your email, check your spam email. Still. All right, I think we are up to Joanne now. Mary, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Me?
No, oh, Mary Conroy?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, Joanne, you're up.
Hey, I get the fun stuff. You guys get some, you guys will all have homework to do in order to kind of find the best fit for you and your family. When we get down to Disney, the Olympic Village will be a secure area for all athletes and coaches. It is not available to families and friends for the most part. Everybody will be credentialed in order to get in and get out. The sites where we're staying, the team is staying, is either at the All-Star Sports or the All-Star Music. Surrounding the Disney All-Star Sports and Music and all the venues down there are a number of Disney properties that have been have exclusive deals with Special Olympics to stay there. With some of the venues being outside of Disney, they also have a number of good neighbor properties that they've negotiated with also. So once we get there, every competition is free. Going in and out of any and all competitions is free. There is no charge for any getting into them. There is one package that they've put together, and that is, it's a $95 package. The $95 package is, it's $95 for adults, $50 for ages 3 to 11, and then under 3, it is free. And in that package, you get your opening games ticket. There is a charge for opening games. Opening games ticket, transportation to opening games, it's a shuttle. Opening games is 20 miles from the Olympic Village. It's at Exploria Stadium. You also get a special night at Walt Disney, at Animal Kingdom. So you get your opening games, you get your shuttle. Thursday night, they're shutting Animal Kingdom down at 4 o'clock for just Special Olympics. So from 4 to 10, it's Special Olympics only.
Wow.
In addition, in this package, you get your credentials, and it's on a lanyard too. And then there's a number of businesses that have also, you show your lanyard, you can get a discount on food, you get a discount on merchandise. Selected businesses have opted in for this, and it's called Show Your Badge. So that is the $95 package. You would register for that prior to mid-February. Once February comes through, they're going to open it up to, they're not going to sell them anymore, but they'll open up the opening ceremony seats to whoever wants to go in the general public, but they're not going to be paying the $95 because they're not getting that Thursday night deal. Okay. They do have a website, USA Games Orlando 2022. On that site, that's where you need to do your homework. You go onto that link, and on the left-hand side, you're going to see a number of places that you can kind of, one of them is plan your trip. And when you go on Plan Your Trip, it's going to give you all the information I'm telling you now. You can kind of plan your trip online yourself. If you would prefer, once you do your homework and you can kind of click on the links and see what hotel is where and where you might want to stay. It gives all the rates and everything that per night. What you can do is you can call them. And this is the only number you can call, because you call any other Disney number, they're not going to have any of these rates you're talking about. So the number and all this information I'm giving you now is going to be in Mary's mail out that she's sending. But the phone number is 407-939-7810. 407-939-7810. Okay. And that number, they'll connect you to somebody that's going to kind of walk you through everything and kind of help you, answer questions you may have as to what's needed for your family. In addition, there are some families going down and staying with relatives down there. You can stay with relatives down there and you don't have to worry about any of the properties or anything like that. Some are looking to do Airbnbs. Some are just going to be traveling with family and friends too. When you register on the site, what you're registering for the most part, is helping Special Olympics and Disney identify how many people are coming down, what state they're coming from, who they're supporting, and any specifics that you might, and they're going to ask you what sports you might want to be also spectate at. So they're just trying to gauge numbers that are coming down. If you have other family and friends that are coming down, they can also register that way too, but they wouldn't register under you. They're going to register under their own family. But when it gets to the point where they say, are you coming down to support an athlete? You'd write the athlete's name in, or what state you're coming from. Okay. They really have it so that when you go onto the website, and it's best to do it from a website, not so much your phone or the tablet. The same thing that Shelby said earlier, there's less glitches that way. But you're going to go in and you're going to register the head of the household or the head of the family going down, and then you're going to add the other people. And then from there, depending upon whether or not you're going to do the package, prior to moving further down, you are going to have to make a payment for that package. Everything is ticketless when you go there. So everything is going to be either, they said, through the app or through Ticketmaster, where you can access Ticketmaster. What else can I tell you?
Joanne, can I ask a quick process question there? So this registering for the family package, it doesn't include the athlete. They're all together, right? This
The
is just
athletes,
for, like, support people.
correct. Athletes are totally taken care of. They're in the village, and that's coming through New Hampshire, and Del and Karen can talk to you about that some more. So you're not paying for anything for them.
Okay.
Okay, this is just friends and family that are coming down. They are releasing the rooms come mid-February. Right now, as far as transportation goes, there are selected shuttles they're trying to make happen, but they're not guaranteeing anything. On Disney properties, you have access to all the transportation that everybody else has has access to. So if you want to make sure you want to get to a competition, you're going to really have to be with that crowd too, but also gauge the timing of it. In addition to the website, there is an app that you can put right on your phone. You can put right on your iPad or whatever. And the app is also connected. And what's really cool about the app is our entire New Hampshire schedule will be in that app. Your athletes' competitions will be in that app. If there's a change in start time, that will be updated. So it's going to be a calendar, and it's going to be the schedule day by day. The other thing it also has is that if you have family and friends that are not coming down, there's what they call a cheer app. So friends and family can send messages, send videos. It's kind of all kinds of fun things for them to have. And after competition, they can reach out to their family and friends, so they can share things with them. The other thing it's going to be like a Waze, so that if you're walking and you need to get from one point to another, you're going to just click on it, and it's going to tell you, what direction to go in, how long it's going to take you based on the foot traffic. and how you can get there too.
Can
In
I ask a
addition,
question? Quick question. Am I wrong in thinking, I thought I had looked at a map and the pool was actually some distance away from most of the other competition venues. Is that going to present a problem for shuttles and things like that?
Families will not have shuttles to the pool, so you will probably be renting cars.
Oh.
Get to the pool.
Oh.
We do have 7 drivers that are going down. We have 5 vans that are dedicated to athletes. So Sally, the swim team will have a van or 2 that will make sure you get to practice on time. We do have 2 vans that are dedicated to family transportation. So there is that opportunity that we'll be able to work with you guys to get you where you need to go. Before you rent a car, if you're only renting a car to go to competition, tell your coach, tell Karen and Dell, and we'll figure it out. We'll do what we could do to not have people incur costs, for that.
Can I ask one more question, Joanne?
No.
Thank you for all the no. Thank you for all the information. I did download this app, and when I was registering for the family stuff, but when I first downloaded it, it had 5 hotels listed on there.
Right, if you want.
And now those are not on the app anymore. Do you know anything about that?
there are about 8 Disney hotels, and there's probably another 6 or 7 good family, good neighbor hotels that are outside of Disney. The other thing too is I know that there's another athlete whose dad found this really good deal outside of Disney itself, Disney proper, and he got it for $58 a night with breakfast. So yeah. So he said, he told me that because he found that place, he is now able to extend his stay more days moving forward into the week. So he was he did his homework is what it was. But if you go on the website on a computer, you are going to see all the sites, all the hotels. The app doesn't give it all to you. I was looking at the app again online today, and it also has the healthy athlete on there. It's got anything that you want to know, if you want restaurants or if you need restrooms or you need, anything and everything at all, you can just pop it in there. And so the app, if anything at all, I think it's going to be really helpful to the athletes to get on it, because it's going to show them a lot of things that they can do for their own, benefit and kind of feel confident, because the healthy athlete program is huge down there right now.
And just to clarify, you said that we should get on this before February when these open up to more than just family of the athletes, correct?
Well, what they're going to do is they're going to release the rooms in February.
Okay.
So these rates will disappear.
Yeah. We have to do it before February. Got it.
When you get on the website too, it's going to tell you the name of the hotel. It's going to tell you exactly what the rate is per night. They do have a 3-night minimum. And the other thing too is they have a link to all the hotels that you can just click on it and take a tour. And you can also see it. They have different, they have all the venues listed. They have everything that you kind of need to kind of get your bearing as to where you think you're going to be spending, much of your time. But the only thing that's guaranteed for transportation from Disney is on the on-site properties, and if you do the package to opening games. Closing games is open to everyone. There's no charge for that. And I think it's right there at ESPN.
And that's on the 12th?
The 11th, isn't it?
The night of the 11th.
Yeah.
11th, okay. So the 12th is just go home, right?
Yes.
Are we allowed to take our athlete after on the 12th, like in the past? Is that something that we can arrange?
Yes.
Okay.
As long, and we'll be asking that to see how many athletes are staying longer and going with their parents.
Okay. And
We are asking everyone to fly down together if possible.
Okay.
And Mary, fly back together too as well, the whole team, or?
What was that?
So everyone will fly down together. Will they fly back together, or does everyone go with their families at the end?
So we will, after the first of the year, we will figure out our flights, but the plan, Del, are you going to speak to, or have you spoken about Cessna?
We haven't talked about that yet.
Okay, can we parking lot this until Del talks about Cessna, and then we could speak to all the travel arrangements?
Sure.
Can I just ask a clarification question?
Mhm.
The All-Star Sports and the All-Star Music, are those the athletes' housing or? the
Yes.
actual- Okay, okay. So when we're choosing our housing, you're just telling us what the athletes are going to be. Is that correct?
Right, yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna be the Olympic Village. And just so you know where the athletes are gonna be based on where you might want to be.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
I also want to say, so I'm keeping track of any of the questions we don't get to for the next section. There was a question in the chat, and we'll follow back up to it in the next section of the meeting.
All right, so any other questions for Joanne?
All right.
I know it's a lot to take in tonight, but really, once you go to that website, and Shelby has put the websites in the chat tonight, and they will also come out in our update next week on the 20th. So we are flying out as a team on the June 4th and flying back in on June 12th. June 4th, we will meet as a team in one large area, and we will probably take buses or whatever from that large area to Logan Airport, or whichever airport that we are going out of. Last time going to Seattle, we met it was a big park and ride in Nashua, and then caught the buses to go to Logan. On that day, you will bring your toiletries, your underwear, your anything else that you need to take in a bag, a generic bag, and then you will be putting it into the duffel bag with all your uniforms there. You will not be allowed to take your uniforms home, because we don't want them to be staying in New Hampshire while you're in Florida. So this is guaranteed that all your uniforming and all your clothing that you'll be getting will be going to Florida with you. So that's how departure will work. There is a chance to be part of the Cessna Airlift. The Cessna Airlift is when corporations and Cessna airplane owners donate their planes and their pilots for the day of departure and arrival, and they are some are small. I got the chance when I went to Nebraska in 2010 that I was part of the Cessna Airlift. There was, I think, 3 planes that came to New Hampshire to pick us up, and I was one coach with 3 other athletes that we got to ride in the Cessna. And to Lincoln, Nebraska, we had a stop in, I think, Grand Rapids to refuel. It was a great experience, a small aircraft, but they donate, and it was part of they were trying to break I don't know if it was a world's record that day,
Yes.
but it was definitely a record where the Cessnas would like land, drop us off, and then take off again. There was Cessnas. I mean, it was like something like every 5 seconds or something like that. It was some amazing thing. And when we were flying into the airport, it was a old Air Force base or something that was shut down, and we landed there, and I couldn't figure out why all these cars were lined up along the highway, but they were there to see all the Cessnas touch down and lift off and cheer on the athletes. So there was people like cheering on the athletes as we landed and we got off the plane. There was like a zillion people cheering on the athletes. And it's similar to that when you get into, when we land in Florida, even on a commercial airline, they'll have people lined up cheering for you guys from the community. when we get to the into Disney's site, there'll be more people cheering you on as you get off the bus and everything. It's really fun. So you guys are very, very special people at that time. So questions, Shelby, what did we table? Questions about
We had a question about food at the games.
Okay.
We have an athlete that is gluten-free, so they want to just make sure that there will be food that accommodates that.
In the past,
Who's the athlete?
I think
Lily, got it. Mhm.
Lily, I don't think you have to worry about a thing. My last 3 games, I think each game there was several more athletes each time that were gluten-free, and there was always something there to eat. They always had like a special area that where the athletes went to. And you have 2 great coaches. We have other coaches that are be around to help you make choices and everything. So I don't think you need to worry about that. We have other athletes. You're not the only athlete that's gluten-free. There are a few others, and we do have some other athletes that have other food allergies also. But we've never ever had a problem when we've gone to USA games about food.
We have any food allergies on the swimmers that
No.
require, for instance, an EpiPen or anything? No.
Yeah, Lily. Well, am I on mute?
No, we can hear you, Mary Alice.
So Lily has an allergy to red onions.
Yeah.
Which is really odd. She can eat any other color onion, garlic, leeks, but red onions are a problem, and she has an EpiPen.
She administers it herself?
She's never had to use it, no.
Okay. Well, okay.
We're very, very careful. Lily's very careful.
Yeah.
Okay, and we can always ask. In the past, we've gone to universities where we've gone into like regular like college food court areas, and the chefs there have been really good. I know like in the mornings, it's supposed to be kind of a grab and go breakfast to take with you. But I'm sure that there will be something that they will have a special bag that's gluten-free.
Do you want the chairman?
Does that sound like a good plan, Lily? Yeah, okay. Then, Karen, do you want to talk about once we get going?
Once we get going, we are going to start with some team building activities on April 1st to the 3rd. And also between April and May, there's going to be Team New Hampshire fundraising that every athlete is hopefully going to earn $200 to help pay for their, that would be like a baseline to just at least try to earn $200 to help pay for some of the stuff that's going to be sent to you guys to take to Orlando. On April 1st to the 3rd is a team building weekend, which will happen at Waterville Valley. And what that weekend is going to be about is basically building Team New Hampshire. Some swimmers may be rooming with the equestrian. We'll switch it all up. You are not going to be staying as a swim team. We're trying to build Team New Hampshire, all the teams together. So we'll have all these fun activities throughout the weekend. We are also going to do some general sizing of uniforms and stuff. And then we're going to also have another families meetings to help with whatever needs to be worked out at that point. April 29th to May 1st will be a training weekend, and that's also going to be at Waterville Valley. And what that is like when you're going to be practicing with your team. And what's going to happen is that some of the drivers who are going to Florida, they will also be doing transportation. We usually rent a couple vans and bring them to wherever there's a pool, maybe Plymouth State University, wherever we can get a pool. That's where you guys will be transported so you can actually train for that weekend. We're going to alter any of the wear, any of the clothing that we get, the uniforms or whatever that may need altering, we're gonna work on it that weekend. And then you're gonna have sports specific sizing, which will be like your bathing suits and that type of stuff to make sure that we get the right sizes for your sports specific stuff. And then you're gonna do your training that weekend. That's when you're gonna room with your roommate from swimming, and we're not gonna be going across to room, because we're working on just training that weekend, not team building. You'll build the swimming team, but not Team New Hampshire. We've already done that. On May 13th through the 15th will be another training weekend. And we'll do the same thing. It'll be at Waterville Valley. We'll get you to where you need to be for training as a team. And then you'll have practices that whole weekend. We'll come up with a schedule with that. Things that we would look forward to. When we go to Orlando, you'll be given, I don't know how many pins, but you'll have Team New Hampshire pins and you'll trade them. This is the one from Seattle, and you'll put it on your lanyard and you just trade pins with all the different states and stuff like that, and you collect them. You'll also get some trading cards with a picture of you in your uniform, and then on the back they'll have, well, on the front they'll have your name, and on the back they'll have your stats of whatever your sport is. So you guys with swimming, you'd have all your swimming stuff on the back, and that's a thing that people really enjoy. Not many states do the trading cards. We didn't see, Dell, anybody in Seattle? I didn't remember anybody in Seattle except us.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't remember anybody else.
So it's something totally different that, a lot of people like to get. One of our athletes, when we were in Seattle, ended up in the emergency room, and the doctors and nurses were coming in because they heard he had trading cards, and he was giving out all his trading cards in the emergency room, and they were all excited to get one. So that's one of the things. Opening ceremonies is a big deal. When we were in Seattle, we were about a mile away from the stadium where it was happening, and we had to walk. And we walked down this long road, and on either side, there were 5 to 10 people deep, just cheering as each state went by the whole way. It was really neat to see and to be part of. Each registering family member who attends the game will also receive a shirt and 25 pins, so you can start your own collection as well. So so you can meet a few more people by doing that. I think that's all I have. Dell, did I miss anything? Mary, did I miss anything? I think I got it all.
Athletes will also get 2 shirts and 10 pins to give to folks who aren't able to go to the games. They'll get those in the spring.
Nice. Okay.
Is there any more questions?
I have a question. If maybe even just by a thumbs up, how many people are close enough to Claremont and or Colby Sawyer to get there?
Not really.
Not really? Okay, who is?
Me, I am. We can go to Colby, so we can go to Colby Sawyer. How often?
At this point, this is unknown because technically we can't meet there as a group. Well, not technically, we can't meet there as a group. We're on suspension. Tim might be able to have times where people can go on their own, and I think he needs to know that, who might be doing that. As we are able to meet, that may be an opportunity, Tim, also to meet there as a group.
Yep.
We're in Charlestown, so we're really close to Claremont.
I'm nowhere near Claremont, but I don't mind driving across the state.
We don't
I'm
mind.
happily retired, except that I work for Alex.
We don't mind Colby Sawyer.
Yeah, well, Colby Sawyer would be better for us too.
Okay, Tim, does that help?
Yeah. So that was Amanda and
Chris.
Chris. Yeah. Okay.
And Colby Sawyer would obviously be shorter for me too, just jump
Okay.
off 89 there.
Excuse me, what town was Colby Sawyer?
New London.
New London, okay.
And now that the highway runs through there, it's pretty easy to.
Yeah. Exit 11 off of 89.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
I remember before the highway went through there, but yeah, so it's not too bad now.
If we need to go to Colby Sawyer, we can. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that may be, like I said, I'm over on the seacoast, but not many people are over here. So it's probably going to be, I mean, ideally it would have been like, Manchester or Nashua or something in the middle of the state, but I think there may be more people that are on the western part of the state. So that may be a better option. For training on your own, whatever's convenient. But again, if you don't have a place, it may be that Claremont or Colby Sawyer might work better. Are they both yard pools, by the way, Tim?
Yeah, the only meter pool in New Hampshire is SNHU, and they've already closed that, so. For
Well,
And I
short-term
was gonna
meters,
say,
should be.
there's
Dover's
none.
outdoor pool is meter, but it's a 50 meter. So
Right, Dover, right, the Jenny Thompson pool, right.
were you gonna say something, Mary?
No, I was gonna say, so we don't have any meter pool in New Hampshire anymore.
Right, if we
Not
can't
short
use
bursts.
SNHU, right.
Right.
All right, that was the only question I had. So Tim, again,
So
I'm not sure how much we're gonna do before Christmas at this point, because it's the 14th already. And I think
No,
everybody.
but that helps me, kind of grease the wheels to move forward and see if we can come with some open times for folks to be able to get a pool if they don't have one in their neighborhood.
So, and also the office is doing 2 Zoom accounts. So you guys can do some Zoom meetings if you we'll get some Zoom meetings scheduled, and then you can meet as a team if you'd like on Zoom to build some cohesiveness with the team, even though that you're practicing separately and working out or whatever. So if you want to schedule a Zoom meeting, just let us know.
So let me ask you something. I finally signed up for a Zoom account and I know how to use them, but if we wanted to hold a Zoom account on our own thing, is that okay? Or would you prefer that it was on SONH's and it was recorded?
When you do your own, I believe that you only can meet for 40 minutes. On the Special Olympics Zoom accounts, you can meet for over that amount of time.
40 minutes
And
is a long time if we start meeting regularly.
Mhm.
So I didn't know if there was like a rule that you would prefer us to use the SONH.
There is no rule,
Okay.
but you will have, I think, Shelby, what we talked about is giving certain people certain information and having sort of a calendar.
Okay.
So it isn't like you have to go through us to set it up. It would be available to coaches to set up at their leisure.
And Shelby, you're the person to talk to about that then.
It
Yep,
will
I'm
not
working
be
on getting
Shelby.
the.
It will
well,
not
no,
be Shelby.
I'm
Yeah.
just setting up the calendar, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, is there any other questions?
Actually,
Nope.
I have a question. Since we were kind of unable to hear the beginning of the meeting,
Mhm.
is there a way that we can rewatch it so we would know what happened?
Yes, so on the 20th, you will be getting an update with all the links and what we talked about tonight, and also a link of this meeting because it was recorded. So you can
Okay.
go back and listen to it.
Okay, yeah, we were having some technical difficulties. We could hear you guys, but I didn't think you could hear us.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you, so we weren't sure.
And
Our
yeah,
fingers were crossed that you could hear us.
Can I ask just one more question about the
Sure, Jody.
transportation, about flying? I know that you talked about the Cessna Challenge and you talked about flying, but I can't remember if anybody asked, or if I can't even remember if I asked. So families, can they be on the same large air carrier as a team, or
So
do we
I-
have to fly separate?
Let me just look into it. If we
Okay.
can, we're absolutely fine to do that. We would buy all the tickets. We'd sell you the ticket just to keep the package together.
Yeah.
So I'll know more, probably, I hope by like January 15th. Did you guys talk about New Hampshire's mandatory vaccination, but not the world?
Oh, no. We talked about us having a mandatory vaccination, but the games are not. The games right now are not having a mandatory vaccination. They're in the talks of it though.
And so the games, what they're suggesting to us is just wait till after the first of the year. They think there'll be some announcement which might have a trickle down effect to participation. So everybody here understands that we have mandatory vaccination, but not necessarily any other state, and the games do not at this time. The other thing is the Cessna airlift. We won't know the planes, if we have any, until the February 28th. So it'll be fluid, but hopefully we'll be able to have a plane large enough that if some families want to go with us, we can accommodate
If
that.
we're terrified of flying in general, do we have to go on the Cessna?
No.
No.
It's a lot to get me on an airplane, and I've done it 3 times in the past 2 years, and
I want to be on one that I can walk around. That'll make me feel comfortable.
That'd be nice.
I want to
do-
be on one where I don't feel it.
Families probably would not have the opportunity to go on the Cessna. They would be on the commercial flight.
They can join me on the commercial flight.
Yeah.
We got a question.
Yes.
It's a Mary question, actually. What we should do with the check? Amanda's already raised her $200.
Wow.
That is great. Can you?
And actually, my other athletes raised his 200 too.
Nice. Hey, so I'm going to do the fundraising piece. It's still our hope that folks will go on that third-party fundraising platform and allow their friends and family the opportunity to donate.
Definitely, but we have a check here now.
Yeah. Sue, can you send it to our PO box?
Okay.
I think it's 3598.
Oh yeah, I've had it a couple weeks and
You know what? And I think I asked or I didn't, but yes, that's what we need to do with it.
yeah, and stuff. And then I don't have the other athlete. I have a bowler going and he's got his 200. We just don't have it. That's going to be a check too. And actually they're giving Amanda another 200. So she's at 400.
Nice.
That's
Great. Wonderful.
Mary.
Yes.
I think Amanda has another question. Yeah, this is for Sally. Just let you know, Sally, I don't like loud noises. It's like, how to say it, if I were going off, it's very sensory issue. So I want noise. I want make sure you are aware of that. Good job. Oh, she's on mute.
You're muted, Sally.
Oops.
You're muted.
I appreciate that. That's good information. Is there anybody else that, because the pool will almost certainly be loud, so I don't know if we want to get some noise canceling headphones if it becomes too overwhelming. Pools tend to be very, very loud. Well, if you're at a big meet, or even UNH, but it will be that times 10. Is there anybody else that doesn't like loud noises?
I don't understand, and I can't hear my ears ringing. Probably, Mary.
Oh, Eric, yeah. Eric has hearing loss and he has ringing in his ear. He has a hearing aid, which I still haven't decided if it's going down with him or not, because it tends to get lost. So, yeah.
Okay, this is all good information. Maybe I'll send out an email. Lily?
Noise being put in my ears too.
Okay, I wrote your name down too.
So
Yeah, maybe I'll send out, individual, and if there's anything special that I need to know, especially if the parents or families aren't going to be there, and Tim for the gentleman on the team, just so we're aware of anything in particular that you want us to know, because there might be other stuff, just like the food, because onions are pretty common thing, and I don't know that when it's cooked, I can tell the difference between like a red and a white. So these are good things to know. and the hearing and the sensory thing. That, like I said, that's a pretty common thing. What I do at meets is I remove myself, but I can't do that while I'm coaching. So maybe there's a quiet area, given that this is Special Olympics. Does anybody know in the past with swimming, have they had quiet areas? It's not an uncommon thing.
There's always, a place you could walk outside. Like there was like an entryway at the pool in Seattle that, I mean, if there was competition going on, there was not a lot of people out there. There's some quiet places that you can find.
Okay. The only thing about that is that I can't leave the pool, so I don't know. But we can talk about it. We can figure it out. So sometimes you just need to step away from the noise because it can get loud. We'll figure that one out. Thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome.
Hello.
All right. Is there any other questions?
Nope.
All right. You're ready to go, Chris, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Go swim team.
I'm not,
All right. We have another
Any.
families meeting tonight.
I have a quick question real quick.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna ask Mary about the link for the fundraising. Are we gonna get that?
Yes, you are. Yep, we'll send it out. Of course, we want to get through our winter water sports first, and then we'll send. Yeah, then we'll send.
That'll
those
be
links
about
out.
April and May.
Okay, all right. And I heard you mention earlier about a packet.
The family package.
Yeah.
Can you look on the chat at the bottom of the screen? If you push the chat button.
Yeah.
And then you will see, if you scroll up, there's a there's a phone number for accommodations.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
And then guest information, the family, and then it says link for family friend registration.
I see guest. Is that the same thing?
No, the one above it.
No, I don't see one for that.
They must have joined after.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe. So it's 2022 SO USA Games family dot my dash.
Somebody just put it. Okay, I got it.
Okay, you got it? All right.
Yeah.
Can I just ask Joanne, do you have, I mean, are you willing to give your phone number to us so we can contact you? I don't think I have a phone number for you for a family coordinator.
Sure. Okay. The number is 603.
Yeah.
770 8083.
Thank you.
But I do not really have any access to my phone during the school day.
So I'll try not to bug you.
Well, no. Anybody, if you send and leave a message, that's fine, but I can't get back to you until after school.
Get another question come through too. What are the team colors?
Oh.
So right now, so it's usually
We don't have them. We don't know
we
what our
don't have
colors.
them yet.
No, we don't. Nope, we don't have our colors yet.
Okay.
I'll let you know when we know.
All right. In the past, we've had reds, we've had some blues, black,
green,
khaki shorts.
I'm a
black
spring. If you could make it like a color that's good with spring coloring.
Don't worry, it's gonna be perfect. Color's gonna be perfect.
And we got our
I'm just
rainbow
joking.
tie-dyed shirts.
Yeah, I still have mine.
I know that you're trying to get off, Del, but I think there was one thing you also wanted to do is that if it's swimming related, sport related, they should be coming to Tim or me at this point.
Yep.
I think everybody has my phone number. I usually include it at the bottom of the email. If I don't answer you when you call, it's either because I'm busy or I don't know the number. So please leave a message. I think I've gotten back to everybody that's called me or emailed me, and email is fine as well. Text, it's a text number. I don't have a home phone. So feel free to reach out to me, or I think everybody has Tim's address at this point too, because he's always CC'd on it. Anything else, go to Dell or Joey.
All right, are we good?
Yep.
Good. Thank
All
you,
right.
everybody. This is
Thank
so
you.
exciting.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy
And-
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Hey guys.
Bye, Harriet.
Bye, Eric.
Bye.